There are 13 stitches in all. There are 3 short stitches between the 2 eyes. You can control that, too, if you want a wider eye space. Yeah, just a few short needles. Then we count 5 short needles to the left and right. So there are these 3 in the middle. We first poke a hole here. Poke a hole here. Well, you should be in this position. We're here to install the eye. I'm gonna use this needle to make a hole to hold it in place. Otherwise it's gonna be hard to find later. Then we'll go ahead and cut him with the screw stick. Make sure you use less of the screw here. Eyes are especially prone to overspill. A little less glue makes it safer. Alright, here we go. A bit of glue, let's cut it with scissors. And finally, there's where the mouth is sewn. Let's take this black yarn and cut it. And then pull a strand out of it. When you're done, let's sew this mouth in the middle. Put it in here. Be careful not to get too involved. And then here. Pull out a little bit at the bottom here. This is the center where the left and right go in. Come out here. Notice that the line is one that looks like this. Sequence. And then we go down. This is a bigger one. And then put it through the same pinhole. We're on the reverse. And here we have to tidy it up so that this. How about the curvature of your mouth? Alright, so the mouth is done. Let's cut this thread. And then pinch him to get a little bit inside. What if we can't get in? We'll use this. Stick the needle in him. Okay, so we're done. There's no blush in the kit. What kind of blush can you use? This is irrelevant. This blush must be applied slowly. Let it spread out a little bit. Next thing we know, we're gonna stick the star. Stick it in his hand. We can go a little above the arm. Poke in. This one needs a little elbow grease. The star hand tag needs to be explained. If it's just toothpicks or a skewer, just use a skewer. It can be done. And here it's made of wire. It's a little thinner if you make it with wire. You only need to make one side of the wire. Toothpicks or skewers need to be double-sided, because if it's fixed, it's a little less fixed. Alright, so it's fixed. If you're worried about this being pulled out, we could also pinch a little glue on our arms, and then fix it. Apply a small amount of glue. Cut off any excess glue. Alright, so this little girl's pendant is done. Ghost pendant on the start and mean of this practice. This star has 2 strands. And this moon is a thread. It's LUNUAFVY strands. It all needs to be taken apart and made. Let's start with the stocking part. This is made of 2 strands and this is made of 4 strands. When we explain it, we use the strands. Give an explanation, so you can see it a little bit more clearly. The method of stock splitting is also relatively simple. First of all, we divide the wool like this. And then there is the approximate need. Maybe a meter or half long. And then you cut it off, and you just pull it out like that. This is a loop stitch. Let's go around the little finger first. Bring it up to this index finger. Here's the middle finger. Go around in your direction. This thread can be left a little longer. You can pull a little bit at the end. Then pick up the crochet hook in the customary way. It's crochet with the thin end of the 3. First we crochet 3 braids. What if we crochet it in and we crochet it back? This forms a coil. And hook it back and hook it directly into this coil. That would be a braid needle. Then continue crocheting to more. After each braid is hooked, it's all in a V shape. Now you've got 3 braid hooks. And then we do 3. 1/3 stitch that ends. First braid pin here. Hook a short pin. Go through it like this and thread it. And then hook it back. There are 2 coils on the crochet hook. Then crochet hook the thread through both coils at the same time. That's one of them. Short needle. What's next? We're on top of this coil. Note here that with 2 wires, make a drawing needle. Hook back 2 coils later. This coil goes straight through this coil in front of it. That would be a drawing needle hook. So it's a cycle. After the cycle is done, it's a tiny corner of the star. And then we have to move on. Hook 3 braid pins. 1, 2. And then over here on the first braid pin, hook a short pin. And then you put a draw pin on the coil here. This is the second little corner. If you don't have the strength to crochet, we'll just take this. Uncoil. Because 2 strands of crochet will be thinner. Just how good is the operation? Then we continue to crochet 3 braid stitches. Pick a thread here on the first braid pin. Hook a short pin. Hook a drawing pin on the coil. Alright, now it's 3 little corners. Go ahead and draw it in this form. Let's take the other 2. Small corner hook finished. Now the 5 corners have been hooked. We're going to pull on this thread. Pull the middle coil tight. When that's done, we cut the line. Then pull the coil out. And then take this thread that you just cut off. Go from the middle to the back. And so the pentagram is complete. It's gonna take to pieces, because it's gonna be with the stick. Stick it together. And then you wrap the wool around it. We're gonna work on the next one. Alright, now the other piece is ready. When I cut this piece, just leave the thread a little longer. And then you can wrap it around the stick. Pull this thread out. The next tool we use is a stick. The stick also has a glue stick. What about here? Make the stick a little sharper. Then burn it with a lighter. Be careful when you burn it. Use this little fire inside. Otherwise, if the fire is too big, it will easily burn black. Let's just give it this piece of string first. And then we're gonna fix the stick here. How about that? Fixed. This stick I have here is a whole stick. Well, if you're gonna need something shorter, you can give it a break. And then use this to break off this part. Stick 2. And then we burn it again.